Hi guys, just Dance with another video. So Fuji's very popular for his recipe, but unfortunately, one of the recipe that I don't see a lot of people talk about is the black and white, the monochrome recipe. You have it started with the Fuji X-T1, and you have it all the way to all the Fujis nowadays. And yesterday I was watching a video, I don't know, by a gentleman, and he said that he said on the video, he said that the monochrome red on this XT, on the Trans 3 sensor, I think that's it, the one on the Fuji X-T2, is the best monochrome of all the Fuji. So because I have two Fujis with me, I've shot pretty much all the Fuji, but I never really focused on shooting black and white in monochrome with the red filter. I generally shoot it with the A-Cross. So I generally shoot monochrome with, I shoot black and white on A-Cross, basically. And even my simulation is the A-Cross one. So I was like, why not test it out and just check it out on these two cameras? Granted, this one is 18 megapixel, if not 16, and this one is 24 megapixel. I know this by heart. And I decided to shoot close up with and I'm not doing a comparison with other simulation or A-Cross or so forth and so on. I will do that on due time, but I just wanted to test out that specific claim of haze and compare these two cameras. So I shot two subjects, one like a close-up one and another one more of a open play one with this lens actually. So it's trees, they don't comprise any red in them, but I think there's always like a mix of color anywhere else. So in anything there's a mix of color, and I'm not going to be on my computer to compare them. Basically, I'll just compare them on the screen here, and I'll literally tell you what I think. I'll put the photo on the screen as I'm talking. I'll put the photo so that you guys will have an idea. So I shot with this monstrosity of a lens you guys know about now. So it's the Minolta macro focusing auto zoom 70 to 210. The Vivita, it's actually a Vivita series one. This was still patent pending till now. I don't know if it has been patented. So it's this weird bayonet lens. It's a f3.5 as much as the bayonet lens. The size is not too horrible. Macro lens as well, pretty sharp. I was shooting it at f5.6. I think that's like the sweet spot in terms of like where you get optically the best quality about this lens. Doesn't have an f4, it's from 3.5 all the way to f5.6, and then you have f8, f11, then f22. So I'm shooting it at I shot it all at f5.6. I shot on the XT1 and the XT2. So basically my recipe is something like this. So the recipe goes something like this. I'll put it on the screen as well. I don't know if you are able to see. So basically this is the recipe. So it was, so black and white, that's the name of the recipe, BNW, 8 monochrome, red filter, DR400. I shot at 800 ISO. I think that's the optimal ISO for this camera. That's what you get. So white balance is on auto. I shot RAW and JPEG. I'll show you guys the JPEG. The RAW I keep for myself. A highlight tone is -1. Shadow tone is +2. And that's pretty much it. No sharpness added, nothing else. So that's pretty much everything about these photos that you guys are seeing. So if I open the photo from the XT and I compare it to the photo from the XT2, the only thing that really strikes me in my eyes is just a little bit of the sharpness. So I don't know if it's due to the 24 megapixel. Granted, I'm looking at it on the smaller screen. I don't know if it's just due to the sharpness and that, but I kind of like the black and white better on from the XT1 in terms of the monochrome. That guy said that this is the best. The XT2 has the best monochrome black and white. Let's just say it has the best black and white. I wouldn't say profile, but it has the best black and white. Period. But to be honest, just looking at it on the screen here, I'm really loving for this particular photo. Right, I just feel like on the XT2 it's a bit too contrasty, but on the XT1, like I love it better on the XT1. Even when I'm zooming in, Obviously, I won't have as much detail on the X-T2, but I love it better on the X-T1. So that was the first photo. So it was this tree. I took a couple of photos just to differentiate, but I love it much better. I kind of love it much better on the XT. I kind of love it much better there. So I have this other photo that I took here about of an open plane. I don't even know if I got the focus right, to be honest. I think because there's so much in the photo, it might not look very appetizing. So this is the second photo that I took. It looks much better with the XT2, but just in terms of contrast as well, it looks much better on the XT2. On the XT1, it looks a bit mushy. I think because there's so much and the megapixel here really killed the quality of the photo, the essence of the photo. But in terms of like contrast and stuff, I like it better on the XT2. In terms of how the black and white looks, I like it better on the XT2. And maybe that's one thing that maybe could be a big factor. But the close-up of the pine tree, or whatever kind of tree this one you can call it, looks much better with the XT1, for me at least. So that's pretty much the verdict. So I need to try it with another lens. But the problem with this type of comparison is if you start doing it with each and every lens you have, it becomes quite a long thing. So one day if I go shoot, I'll probably also have this in the back of my mind and just do another comparison and come back here and update you guys. But as you see, I think in terms of like picture profile or recipe, it really depends on what you are shooting, because I don't think either of them are better than the other one. On the close-up one, as I said, I love the XT1 colors a little better. On the wide, on the kind of a plain open space one, I kind of like the XT2 one because just of the contrast, and maybe because of the 24 megapixel plays a bigger part. So with the skin, I don't have any, but I'll probably link that video if I find it. I'll link the video in the description. But I think with the skin, it works. That red filter works better with Caucasian people, if I may say. I saw one person of colors photo there. So I saw one black person, one in the video. I don't know with that darkest shade of skin, it could look any different. So that's something definitely can be taken into consideration as well. But what do you guys think? What do you use to shoot black and white? I also shoot black and white sometimes with my Canon, but I just don't get the experience of photography with Canon as much as I get with the Fuji. That's one thing that, yeah, maybe it's bias or what, but just feel like Fuji really allows you to enjoy your photography a little bit more. Even the form factor of the camera, the way it just feels, yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this video, guys. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out and subscribe.